Hey, it's Sean Callagy, 2020 Vision. We're creating dreams and breakthroughs, crushing fear and distortion. I am here today with America's accountant, and we're here, hello sir, on this Trajectory Tuesday to answer the question, how do you end up on television, right, talking about Istanbul and what's going to happen there? What is going on, sir? You're like this incredible force of nature that is on television. How many days a week would you say now?
At least 2 to 3 days every week.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in, and we're talking about it for real, like the benefits of it, the challenges of it, like a little bit of information for folks that want to increase their influencer capacity, their ecosystem mergers, the benefits of television a little bit, like what's going on and some of the challenges. So how did you get going with all this, Dan? It's amazing.
I think it starts...
And it's national, correct?
Yeah, it's national and international, but I don't want to talk too much about myself.
Well, you should step into your greatness and yours.
Happy to do that. My favorite topic. So it comes down to this. The most important thing about being on television is having confidence in who you are and what you know. So if there's one thing that I believe I do well, is that I can absorb a lot of information in a very short period of time. So great short-term memory. Doesn't mean I hold on to that information for very long. So when I know I'm going to be speaking on a topic on television, and even if it's not something I'm normally familiar with, I really take the time to study the topic well. And again, I could absorb a lot of information, and then I have the confidence in my knowledge to explain how I feel about whatever topic they may want to talk about on topic.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that you're America's accountant. You represent family offices of mega wealthy people, and mega wealthy is described as 500 million and up.
Yes.
But you also represent, because you have a larger business, right? You also represent folks that are business owners in other financial categories.
Right. Successful business owners is really a niche. We want to help people succeed in their business. So when we're going to be taking on new clients, it's really taking on a new partnership, and that's really important. And partnerships are two-way streets. We learn from our clients, and we want certainly our clients to learn from us.
Awesome. And so how did you begin? And I don't want you to give away anything that you're not comfortable giving away, but how did you begin thinking, hey, if I could be on national television, that would be a good thing to help the mission? Because by the way, you have a mission also.
Sure, I have a mission.
Which is you've written the book Financial Karma, and you want to free Tibet.
Yes.
Right? And that's an extraordinary mission. So in service of that, how did television come into the prism for you?
Television is a very, very powerful communication tool. And if we start at the big picture of freeing Tibet, which is really something at a universal level, you need to have some format to get yourself even with the audience you're trying to reach. So national and international. And when I looked at what was going on in television, Sean, I saw that there were no accountants on TV. So it goes back to the old baseball adage.
Wait, you're an accountant? I thought they were like boring. And like an accountant who wants to free Tibet? Like,
yes.
Okay.
That doesn't sound normal to you?
Okay. Does not sound normal. Right.
But look, it's a baseball adage. Hit them where they ain't. There's no accountants on TV, then that becomes my space, and I'm going to own it. So in establishing credibility,
high certainty, right here, the high certainty, clear vision, high certainty. Yeah.
In being confident in what I know and my ability to communicate my message and appeal to people's logic, Sean. So ultimately, it comes down to, why shouldn't the people of Tibet be free? It's logical. Somebody has to convey that message. And at some point, I will be able to gain that vehicle on television, take my case to the world, and they'll respond accordingly.
And well, so as a footnote, with the ecosystem and the friends that I travel with, including my brother Jonathan Cohen out there, all I need to say is something completely outrageous and crazy like Free Tibet, and all of a sudden we're going to be like actively working on freeing Tibet as like a startup company and trillions in Idea Lab. So that's like coming next, I'm sure. But how did you actually do it? So you're like, okay, TV is impact. What did you what would one do if they believe that they have something to say and to get themselves out on television. Because it's very different than this. Like, we just roll a camera, we communicate here. And
Right.
you and I have had a lot of conversations about that, and our expanding, you working with me on the television side, me working with you perhaps on this side, and merging ecosystems in many ways. What would it be, like, what does it look like for somebody to begin the journey, presuming they have the influencing capability? So there's the influencing capability. What's like the process look like for somebody that might want to be on television?
So if you really want to be on television and it's something that you just have to do because it's your calling, first step is you got to get training. You actually have to be media trained, because what does going on TV look like? Do you have the questions? Do you not have the questions? Is it a friendly interview? Is it a non-friendly interview?
Let's presume you're ready to go, and you're like Bruce Springsteen in 1972 when he was playing bars in Asbury Park, waiting to be discovered. So how do you go from the bar in Asbury Park, which will make your home, to being on national TV? Like, you're trained, you're ready, like, you're ripping it up, and everybody's like, Dan, you should be on TV, and you should be on TV. Like, how do you go from that to TV? Like,
Well,
who do you call?
Using the Bruce analogy, so Bruce was really good at what he did, right?
Yeah.
And he felt that confidence. I felt really confident about being able to communicate my message. Check that box. Now I got to convince an agent that I'm that good, that they want to take me on and sell me to the world. No different than Bruce. Bruce needed an agent. He was undiscovered. Somebody discovers him and sells him to the world, and then he's got to back it up. And that's the key, Sean. You got to be able to deliver. When the lights go on, Bruce doesn't get stage fright. It's showtime. You get the adrenaline, you're ready to go.
Did you see this man just come, like, exploding forth? Like, that's you, and you deliver
Right.
it. So, but what I'm hearing is it would need to be an effective relationship built with an agent,
Yes.
with obviously conveying your unique identity powerfully and having them see their future in you, give you the opportunity, and then once you have that opportunity, that network or the people running that show begin to see you in their future, and they begin to expand the relationship. Fair?
It is fair. And ultimately, Sean, you want people to actually want to listen to what you have to say. Oh, there's Dan Geltrude. What's he going to say about this topic?
Right.
You got to get people to have that sense of what's next.
So we've had some amazing conversations. So Dan got his opportunity, and once you did, you delivered at such an effective level in a number of the first few opportunities you received that you then had them calling you about all kinds of crazy things. So
Yes.
so watch this. So Dan does it. Like, you obviously, you had an agent see his or her future in you. Relationship gets built, opportunity comes. You deliver on TV, and then all of a sudden they start asking you questions that have nothing to do with accounting.
That's correct.
Is that fair?
That is
so,
fair.
So just in service of like that. So it's because it's about you. It's about you. It's about you, and that's what they want. It's them seeing a future in you, owning that unique identity, and just wanting to connect with you and hear what you have to say. So just like to demonstrate the point, what are some of the stranger things that you've been asked about? Because when you hear America's Accountant on TV, you might think, okay, he's going to talk about taxes, and he might talk about tax returns and deductions. Okay, so put those over here.
Right.
What are some of the stranger, non-accounting type things you've discussed on national television?
I would say the strangest was I received a call from a national television station in India, and they were interested in what my point of view was going to be about their elections in Parliament, including the re-election, or at the time we didn't know, but the potential re-election of their prime minister. So my reaction to that is, I know nothing about Indian politics, but I'm going to know everything about Indian politics.
So America's Accountant gets asked to comment on elections in India.
Correct. Makes sense. Who better than me?
Absolutely, and that's the point. So the point of it is, and thank you, brother, for saying that. The point of it is that when you have your influencing communication skill sets in place, as Dan did, and you follow your process mastery at the highest level, all of a sudden, you're like turning down opportunities to speak on television. He's done different channels, nationally, internationally. I think he said there's some other things coming up that you've been asked about as well, related to something.
Well, tomorrow I'm going to be
Stuff.
on Turkish television commenting on President Trump's visit to the United Kingdom.
and has nothing to do with accounting.
Nothing at all.
But you've become an influencer.
Yes.
Well, congratulations, Dan.
Thank you, Sean.
Right. So listen, for all of us out there, it's about our process mastery, our influence mastery, and self-mastery. This man executes at an incredibly high level. It's a trajectory shift that comes from making that decision and then taking massive action in service of. Immensely appreciative. Dan, me, you, we're all just wanting to say, have an amazing Trajectory Tuesday. Thanks.